How I cooked with petrol. How I cooked with petrol. Pay attention, because I want to tell you this story about me, because I want to inspire you on something. Now listen, many years back, when I was still very younger, at about 13 to 14 years, so that particular day, our cooking gas finished. So I called up my late dad. I told him that the gas has finished. So he said where he is a bit far and he doesn't have enough money. So that he's going to buy kerosene when coming back. Then we'll now refill the gas the next day. So I said, okay. Now see where it happened. The gallon of fuel and the gallon of kerosene that he bought that day, because we normally don't buy kerosene every time. So that day, he was not with the kerosene gallon, so I think he bought on the road. It was the same color with fuel. I think maybe his mind did not just get there, you know. So it was the same color. It was a blue 10-liter jerry can. So he used one to buy fuel and he used one to buy kerosene. So me, very, smallie girl now. So when my father came back, we had this usual attitude of running down to welcome him. So pick up the things that he got. So I picked up the gallon, So when I picked it up, I didn't even smell it. All I thought was it was fuel. So he told me that I should take the other one. The other one is for fuel. So I said, okay. So I picked the one that was supposed to be for kerosene. So I came up. I brought my stove, this olden days stove there, this green one. So I brought it out. We had this stand for it. Then I was turning the kerosene. I suppose it was kerosene, but known to me it was fuel. Now see where it became very tricky. I didn't even perceive. Not that I had catarrh or I had flu or something. I didn't perceive anything. When you perceive, oh, this one is not kerosene now. I didn't perceive anything. And I lighted my cooking stove. And I was warming soup. So when my father came back that day, there was light. That is NEPA light. So suddenly they took the light. So they needed to turn on the generator. And my father, the boy that was with us there, one guy, Emeka, so he went to pour the fuel. But he was like, no, now this one is kerosene. That way is the other gallon. They were searching for the gallon. My father was like, let it not be that I have taken fuel to the kitchen. Everybody was afraid. They all ran to where I was. Unfortunately, I was cooking with petrol. And I was sitting down next to it, waiting for my soup to warm. My father was in shock. My father said, did I not perceive it? Don't I know that thing was petrol? I said, petrol? Immediately we put off the light. Now see where I saw miracle. See where I saw miracle. They turned out that supposed fuel, turned it back into the gallon, because the one that was remaining would not be enough. So me, I turned enough, thinking it was kerosene. So they turned it back. In amazement, everybody was like, they were just like, everybody was like, by now, this girl would have, I don't understand, she's still here, like, that kind of thing. Everybody was surprised. Now, see where it's dawned on me, because to me, it was like, they were just playing. What are these people talking about? This is what I'm cooking with kerosene. They took the gallon I poured into the stove. They removed the fuel from the stove, took the gallon to the generator, poured it into the generator, and started the generator. And that was when I knew that, oh, okay, I almost like, you know what I mean? So I was like, huh? And that day, I knew that God is God. In fact, the goosebumps, the shock made me, I couldn't eat. Everybody was surprised. How did it happen? And while I was coming into my room that night, I heard a voice said, it is not your time. And that is why. I was like, wow. Now listen, I'm telling you this story because I want to inspire you. I have this belief that what God does not know does not happen to anybody. Before anything happens to you, your chi, your God have signed it that yes, this is how this thing will be. Many are tragic, yes. But sometimes if you are close to God, if you know God, there is nothing that will happen to you without the concept of him, without him giving a go-ahead order. Yes, this thing should happen to this person. And that was a huge testimony. And after that day, I had another encounter. That one is going to be my next video. But guys, I hope I was able to inspire you. This is my little story I just told you. It's for you to be inspired. There is nothing. That is why, you see, I don't joke with God. I can be anything. I can be, silly when I want to be. But you see, God, don't joke with him near me, because he has fought battles. He fought battles and fought battles, and he gave me victory. Alright guys, I don't want to be too emotional in this video. Catch you all.